Hi, and welcome to QuadCast. I'm Lewis, and today I'm joined by Emily, a senior account manager here at AlphaQuad. Emily, it's lovely to have you on. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, it's good to be here.
So, I wanted to ask you, first of all, Emily or Em? Because in the office I call you Em, but on your emails it says Emily. I never know what to call you. It always feels really jarring to call you Emily, but who knows? What do you prefer to go by?
Em is good. Most people call me Em, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what I will call you for the purposes of this then. So, Em, the first thing I wanted to ask you, when did you join AlphaQuad?
Many years ago.
Many moons ago.
So 2007 I joined,
Wow.
fresh out of uni.
Wow.
I'm basically part of the furniture.
You are. What is it about AlphaQuad that's made you stick around for nearly 17 years?
Yeah, oh my gosh. So yeah, when I came, obviously, I was fresh out of uni, 20 something. And as I've kind of grown up, obviously I then had a child when I was, my mid-20s, and I moved then from full-time to part-time. And back then, this was kind of before kind of flexible working was really a big thing.
Yeah.
And so really for me, the company's just been so accommodating as I've kind of grown my family. And it's just a really beautiful place to work with beautiful people. And yeah, I've just really enjoyed it over the years.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, it's something that I've found to be quite unanimous amongst everybody's answers to that is that it is just the work-life balance and the fact that AlphaQuad is so kind of family-oriented, and I think that's been such a lovely thing for everybody to have. And I'm the only person that works here without children, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah.
But everybody here that has children has backed that up, and I think that has been a really lovely thing for everybody to have, I imagine.
It's hugely important for working mothers, and it's just been really supportive over the years.
Yeah.
Oh,
brilliant. Well, I'm glad to hear that they've treated you so nicely in your 17 years. So how has your role changed since you've worked at AlphaQuad? Because I imagine you didn't come in straight from uni as a senior account manager.
No, so I came in as an assistant.
Right.
And I did a fine art degree at uni, so I didn't I didn't have any experience in the marketing sector. I just came in as very low level assistant, and I've just grown through the company over the years to the senior role that I am now.
Oh, amazing. I think that's something that's been really lovely for everybody as well, is that there is that room for progression, and there is hiring from within and doing all of these things that really make people feel valued for all of the work that they've put in. So that is something that, again, I think is really lovely. So
yeah,
I'm wondering, obviously, saying that you came straight from uni, what did you do before AlphaQuad, if anything?
Oh, mostly just kind of bar work.
Right, okay.
Retail work. Yeah, anything that just sort of fitted in back as a student.
You've got a really unique perspective then, because as being somebody that's been here for so long and straight out of uni, they could kind of mold you into exactly what you wanted, and now you're like the superwoman of the office. So it's
yeah, I had a really good couple of mentors sort of way back when, guys who used to be kind of part of the team here, and they were both really fundamental to sort of sculpting me into who I am today.
Bit of a personal question. Have you ever recorded a podcast before?
I have not.
But I understand it's always been on your bucket list.
Yes, it has, yeah. Maybe
not a digital marketing podcast, probably something to do with art, but this is going to be great practice for your fine art podcasting empire.
Hope so.
So, are you excited about the QuadCast? I
am really excited, yeah. I've got lots of ideas for it.
Good, because I'm running on empty already. I'm joking. I'm curious now. I just want to get more into certain industries. Has there been a certain industry that you've really enjoyed working within in your time at AlphaQuad?
So I've done a lot of work sort of on the more corporate side of the business over the years. So I've done a lot of work with manufacturing clients, which is really an industry that I enjoy working in. Also I've done work with financial services clients, and then also some smaller clients along the way as well. But those two are sort of big ones that I do tend to be sort of highly involved in. And I do enjoy working in those sectors.
I just wonder then as well, are there any areas within digital marketing that you found challenging throughout your career? Because, and this could be anything, not necessarily industry specific or sector specific, but is there anything that you found in terms of strategy or anything that you found in terms of campaign that has really made you go, that was a struggle and I don't love doing it?
I wouldn't say struggle so much, but I certainly sort of, in the earlier years, I certainly struggled more so with the reporting and analytical side of things, because that kind of has never been my strong points, numbers. But these things, they kind of come with experience anyway. And the more you do it, the more, the better you get. And then the more that you can sort of think outside the box and analytically, from a strategic point of view. But I wouldn't say anything's been a particular struggle. Good.
I think that again, that's something that I found quite interesting among everyone's answers, is that there's not been anything that anybody's found particularly challenging. I think that digital marketing, once you get down to the kind of crux of it, can be quite easy, and it's really fun above everything else.
Yeah, I think really like you say, it's actually quite simple in black and white, but I think the challenge is actually having the time, and having the resources, which is why a lot of people then outsource it to teams like ourselves, who we can then dedicate that time that sometimes internal marketing teams they aren't able to.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that the work that we do here can be very taxing in terms of the time that we spend on things, just because you just never know how long something's going to take you. And I think that's part of the fun of working with a lot of our different clients, is especially the work that I do when it comes to copywriting, let alone the podcast, is it could be a piece that requires significant amounts of research, or it could be something that's going to take me 10 minutes. You never really know what you're going to be doing. And I find that a lot of the work that you send over for me to do requires a lot more of the research, which I do generally find more interesting, because I was talking to Isaac about this actually, and I don't have a science GCSE. That is not my strong suit whatsoever. So any kind of more science-based clients that we have, where you send me over blogs to write or articles to write or whatever it may be, I've found that the writing and the research of those pieces has actually been some of my favorite, regardless of whatever the content might be.
Yeah.
So you just never really know what you're going to be getting. And I think that working within an agency, you never know what it's going to be from day to day.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the best possible way.
Yeah, it's great variety, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So again, I'd quite like to move into something a little bit more personal now.
Of course.
One of our colleagues has been creating these company bios for us, because at AlphaQuad, I think that what we're trying to do is have more of a personal outreach to our clients and prospective clients and just the general public, to get our face out there a little bit more. And she's created these bios for us that kind of reduce us down to these really fun little anecdotes about who we are and what we do. And one of the comments that's on yours is hen house manager. Now, would you care to speak on that?
So I think that's because of my flock of chickens.
Yeah.
We have chickens at home, so they are ex-battery hens. They've had a pretty poor existence before they came to us, and now they're living their best life.
You recently put in, was it a chicken spa or something that's...
Yeah. Well, initially they were sort of free-ranging around the garden, and then it started getting a little bit problematic because I was just constantly cleaning up chicken poo, and they were digging up plants and stuff. Yeah. So we just cornered off kind of one area of the garden, and then we made them a dust bath, and which the kids then called the chicken spa. But the kids love them, and we all love the fresh eggs. So,
well, it's lovely that you can kind of give animals like that a second home. I think that that's not something that you would even really know that you could do. So it turns a really quite tragic situation into something really lovely and a really nice family experience. So props to you for that. That's really lovely. Again, another personal question here. I'd like to give you some bragging rights here. I think you've earned it well and truly. You recently ran your first marathon, and you're not much of a bragger, but I am on your behalf here. You came second in this marathon, on your first ever marathon.
I came second female, not second overall, but I was pretty chuffed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I would never stop talking about it. That's just an incredible thing. It's just amazing that the amount of training that you've put in for it and the charities that you've raised the money for and sponsored is really amazing. So, congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Really incredible. I'd just like to move into something else a little bit more personal here. So you work as an artist.
I do.
As you mentioned, you did a fine arts degree at university. And if I do say so, not being a particular art connoisseur myself, your work is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to ask you, with your work, because a lot of the things that you do can be incredibly varied, depending on whether it's writing content or whether it's some slight design work, whatever it might be. Have you found that your talent as an artist has helped with any aspects of that?
I wouldn't say my talent as an artist has kind of done anything sort of for me more corporately here, but certainly the other way around it's helped. So obviously the skills that I have through my career here, I can then apply to my little art sideline.
Which is, that's great that you can have that experience to be able to go and help boost this thing that you're so passionate outside of work on, which it's I'll tag you in the comments description so people can go and see the art and check out your work. It's really amazing. I would
thank you.
Lovely work. Last deeply personal question here. We have quite a stocked biscuit drawer at AlphaQuad.
Oh, I love a biscuit.
I love a biscuit. It gets me through the day. I'm on a diet at the minute, but that's by the by. What would you say is your favourite biscuit, if any, and how important are they to your workday?
I don't know if I could say a favourite. I just love all the biscuits, especially when I was marathon training. I was constantly in that biscuit drawer.
Yeah.
I just love all the biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just make me happy. They just get me going through the day.
Yeah. I love a ginger nut, a hobnob.
Oh, yeah. I love
a shortbread, a jammy dodger.
Yeah. I'm partial to a custard cream. It's a bit boring, but I love a custard cream.
Yeah. Just all of them. Yeah. Just give me a plate of biscuits.
Just all the biscuits and I'll be happy. This just moves me on very swiftly to my last question of the day now. So something that I'm really interested in, obviously being a digital marketing agency at AlphaQuad, we do a lot. The work is very varied. You never really know what you're going to be doing day to day. I wanted to speak about something a little bit that's completely unrelated to AlphaQuad. And I'm wondering, are there any marketing campaigns that exist outside of AlphaQuad that you can think of where you've really gone, that is really impressive and I love how they've executed this? And it could be anything. It could be, I don't know, some running equipment, or it could be marketing for a marathon, or whatever it might be. Is there anything that really sticks out to you?
Yeah, so I really like the Huel stuff that's been going out lately. So they were one of the sponsors of this guy called the Hardest Geezer, who recently ran the length of Africa, and they've kind of incorporated his journey into their sort of brand marketing. And yeah, I really like that.
They've been really good adverts. I keep seeing Huel adverts with, I can never remember his name, the man that runs the Diary of a CEO podcast.
Yes.
I can never remember his name. Stephen something. Yeah. Stephen Bartlett?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. And I can't say I've ever tried anything Huel, but the adverts are really good.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a simplicity to them that just works really effectively. So I think that's a great answer. That wraps us up for today. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been really amazing to get down and speak with you. And I can't wait to have you on again.
Amazing. Thanks for having me.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for being here. And thanks so much for listening, everyone. And we will see you in the next episode. Bye.